Hey, what's up guys? So today before I start flying, I really wanted to talk a little bit about video settings. What's the best settings to record video from your GoPro, my export process, so you guys could get kind of, I guess, good quality video. I know a lot of people have asked me, what do I do? Do I do anything special? And I'll just walk through what I do from beginning to end. So I usually am flying the session, but you can apply these to the Hero 7 or Hero 8. It doesn't matter. These are just basically the settings to simplify it. So if you go in here, camera settings, I'm shooting at a 2.7K, 30 frames per second, super view. And the reason why I'm not shooting it in 60 frames per second, even though it's a little bit more dynamic, one, I don't think the session can do 60 frames per second, but two, I just feel like it feels a little bit more cinematic when you have the frame at 30 frames per second. And the reason why I'm using 2.7K instead of the 4K is because if you shoot in 4K, you're gonna get grainy picture from the experiment that I've done. I've seen it in both, and what I found was 1080, if you're shooting 60 frames per second, use 1080, and then if you're shooting in 30 frames per second, then 2.7 would be the go-to for YouTube content. So once you're done shooting, I use Final Cut Pro. I put it in Final Cut Pro and then export it, upscale to 4K. The reason why I do that is because on YouTube, the bit rate, there's limits on the bit rate depending on the size of the video, if it's 4K, if it's 1080, if it's 2.7, etc. So I upscale it to get a better bit rate or better quality of video that could be played on YouTube. I'm simplifying kind of what the mechanics are behind it, the technicalities of it, but basically what it means is tricking YouTube into thinking that your footage is 4K, giving you better limits, video limits that you could utilize for your 1080 footage or 2.7 footage. It just depends on what you're recording. So hopefully that was helpful. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe if you liked it as well, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I'm all broken down, I got no fight. Looking for a path, but there's no signs. I don't know your past, but I know mine. Walking in the dark, I see no light. All these bitches bark, they got no bite. Swear I hate them all, I got no type. No love, no woman, I said no cry. I've been walking in the dark, I see no light. I see no light, yeah. I see no light. I see no light. I see no light. I see no light. Fighting what I might look like in the light. Learn what is upright for my whole life. Never felt love, only lust in the nights. Yeah, it's good when it's good, but it ain't never right. Bet you never call when I'm falling. Blade in my back, going shopping. Trust like a drug, I don't want it. Bet you ain't around when the light darkens. Looking down, I got no fight. Looking for a path, but there's no signs. I don't know your past, but I know mine. Walking in the dark, I see no light. All these bitches bark, they got no bite. Swear I hate them all, I got no type. No love, no woman, I said no cry. I've been walking in the dark, I see no light. I see no light.